Hey there, it's Leslie at Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and today I'm playing with wafer paper for the very first time, and I'm going to see how it works on cookies. So I got this wafer paper off of Amazon. I can leave the link in the description, and I've actually never played with wafer paper before. This is my first time even touching a piece of wafer paper. It's thicker than I thought it would be. It feels pretty sturdy. So I'm just going to take half of this sheet here, and I want to color it yellow because I want to make a tape measure. So I've got some yellow luster dust here from the Sugar Art, and I'll also link that in the description. And I'm just using a paintbrush. It's kind of a stiffer, more of a stenciling, daubing paintbrush. And I'm just spreading on the luster dust on both sides. And now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and use an edible marker and a ruler and just draw some straight lines because, again, I'm just trying to make a measuring tape or a ruler with this wafer paper. It's kind of fun to say. You should try it. Say wafer paper, wafer paper, wafer paper a whole bunch of times really fast. Anyway, enough silliness. So I'm just going to cut out these little rulers. The luster dust seems to be on there pretty good. It doesn't really rub off too much on my fingers, so that's good. And this paper is kind of crinkly, so when you fold it, it does kind of crease and crackle a little bit. And I'm also going to make a daisy, so this is going to be the center, so I'm folding it in half, and I'm just cutting little lines almost to the fold, but not quite, so I can have a roughly center in the middle of my daisy. And I learned this technique from Cake is Loved by Ginny on Instagram. You should definitely check her out. She's a master with wafer paper. So I'm just rolling this around, and then I'll secure the end with a little bit of water. And I'll just kind of fluff it to make it a nice fluffy center for my daisy. And you don't need too much water. The wafer paper actually sticks together really easily. So just stick a little water on there and then you're done. I love how cute this is. It's so little fluffy and cute. So anyway, I made these bows and I want to attach this measuring tape to the tails of the bows. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water on it and try to attach it kind of right in the crease. And it didn't attach as well as I thought it would. It attaches to itself really good with a little bit of water, but you definitely needed more water to attach it to the cookie. And then some of the icing color from the cookie actually kind of shows through where you got it wet. And that didn't change when it dried. And so you see I'm putting water on here for a third time. I'm getting it really pretty wet so that it will stick. Once it's stuck though, it stuck good and it wasn't going to fall off. So here you'll see how I actually cut my edge so that it fits right in that crease. My cookie is completely dry, by the way. I'm just going to do the same thing and attach it with a little bit of water on this side. And you can kind of see how the color of the icing is showing through. And now I'm just going to trace some daisies from my Daisy Royal Icing transfer sheet onto the wafer paper, and then I will cut a bunch of those out and layer them together. The wafer paper is pretty easy to cut. It cuts a little bit like construction paper. So now a bunch of these daisies are cut out. I actually made the small and the large size, and I'm just going to take a dab of the water and stick them all together. Again, they stick to themselves pretty easily. I probably didn't need that much water. And then I even cut out some of the bigger daisies and ended up putting it on the bottom just to give it more petals and make it a little bit fuller. And I didn't do this, but you can shape it over some steam. So if you boil a coffee mug full of water and then just kind of hold it over the top, you can kind of shape it into more of a rounded shape if you wanted to. I kind of just pinched it together to do that. I just put a little bit more water on and put my center down and fluffed it out some more, and these little daisies are set to go. And I initially attached it to my cookie with a little bit of water, but I did go back and add some royal icing just because I felt like it would hold it on better. And the last thing I want to talk about is the taste. There really isn't a taste. It has kind of a strange texture that kind of melts in your mouth. I would probably pull this off the cookie before I ate it, but then again, I haven't tried the actual cookie, so I don't know how it tastes all combined. And I made a whole bunch of different bows, so stay tuned for the tutorials on all of those and how I made the bows. That's coming up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. See you next time.